While working one day, a radiologist named Gina suddenly discovers that all the organs of a patient are reversed. And as you can imagine, she finds that very strange. Later that day, Gina goes with her boyfriend and friends to wish her grandfather a happy birthday. And that's when we learn that her father works at the European Embassy. Everyone is having dinner when a mirror falls and shatters all of a sudden. At first, all of them are frightened, but then they start laughing looking at each other. When Kat and Gina are picking up the pieces of the mirror, she says that breaking a mirror like this is not a good thing, sounding very superstitious. The next day, Gina is in the office, and she feels someone's presence there. She goes outside to check but finds no one. When she comes back to her cabin, she notices her coffee cup has been moved. Anthony comes and asks her why she's back because he thought she was going home. In response, Gina explains that she has been sitting there for a long time. But this sounds like a joke to Anthony because he just saw her coming out of the building. On the way home, Gina sees a girl who looks just like her in a car, so she follows her and reaches a flat where she finds photos of herself and her grandfather. Seeing this, she is very frightened, so she runs away. She takes her car to head home but gets involved in an accident. She gets seriously injured and is taken to the hospital, but eventually she recovers and regains consciousness. The doctor advises Gina to seek help from a therapist if she has any problems, which she appreciates, and the following day, he gives Gina's boyfriend his card when he comes to take her home. Stephen takes Gina home, but the mirror is nowhere to be seen. Gina asks her boyfriend about this, and Stephen tells her that he has broken the mirror. Later, while trying to relax, all of Gina's memories along with the accident start coming back to her. She suddenly notices water dripping from the ceiling, so she goes upstairs to check. But Stephen comes upstairs and starts asking her why she came there. Gina tells him about the leakage, and Stephen promises to fix it, but she finds his behavior very strange. Later that night, she feels as if since the mirror broke, all her family members have changed, and Stephen has also changed. She also sees that it is not water dripping from the ceiling, but blood. She sees her own accident, after which she wakes up and finds out that it is actually water dripping from the ceiling. You'd think that this is probably the craziest thing that's going to happen. But when Gina is looking at her injury in the mirror, a shadow comes out of her and starts trying to kill her. Frightened, she realizes that she is still dreaming. Now Gina feels that all of this is happening because of the accident. So she goes to Dr. Robert and tells him that Stephen no longer feels like her boyfriend anymore. It's like he's changed all of a sudden. The doctor thinks that all of this is happening because of the head injury, and this is a disease in which the patient feels that their family members have been exchanged with people who look just like them. The doctors tell her that she should be admitted to the hospital again so that they can run all her tests. Gina's CT scan is done, in which everything is normal, but the doctors still ask her to go for further tests. She tells the doctor that she has some photos she does not remember taking, and she also does not understand anything about Stephen. The doctor says that all of this is happening because of memory issues, and that when she gets better, everything will be normal. Then Gina goes to the same car from her accident, sees that her car is very badly wrecked, and sits in it trying to remember everything. After this, we are shown Gina's father behaving very strangely at the embassy. His colleague says that she had asked him outside the embassy if he would have dinner with her, but he gave no response. John says that he did not go out at all while his assistant swears she just saw him outside. After that, when John goes to the washroom, he sees that the mirror there is also broken. He asks the sweeper about it, but they don't seem to know anything about this. After this, we see Kat, who is trying to call Daniel, but there is no answer. Kat starts taking a shower and thinks that maybe Daniel has come home. She calls out to Daniel, but there is no response. The soap falls suddenly, and when she stands up, another girl who looks just like her appears, who puts her hand in her mouth and beats her badly. At this point, we see that the mirror in her house has also broken. Later, while Gina is on the metro, she starts remembering the accident journey and finds out that she was saved because of the airbag. When Gina gets off at her station, a photograph falls from her hand. Someone tries to pick it up and leave, but Gina manages to pick up the photo. After this, Gina goes to meet her grandfather and tells him that she saw a girl who looks just like her, and she also saw photos of him and herself in her flat. Feeling overwhelmed, Gina goes to Stephen's house and starts packing her clothes to leave, but she again sees water dripping from the ceiling. She goes upstairs to check, and there she finds Stephen's dead body, on which water was being poured so that no smell would come from his body. Then Gina calls her grandfather and tells him everything, and he gives her the idea to call the police. But during that same time on the call, it is not Stephen, but his look-alike speaking. In the same way, John is about to call the police, but before he can, his look-alike reaches him and attacks him and kills him. After this, Gina senses that Stephen's look-alike is nearby, so she locks herself in the bathroom. Stephen's look-alike breaks the lock and comes inside, but by then, Gina escapes through the bathroom window. On the way, with the help of a phone, she calls her brother Daniel and asks him to stay alert, and tells him that their lookalikes are attacking them. But he does not understand any of this at all. Then Gina tries to make him understand that Stephen is no longer the real Stephen. He is his lookalike. But Daniel feels all of this is a joke. She also tells him that something has happened to their grandfather too, and that she had seen her lookalike before her accident. She had followed that girl and went to her house. When Daniel finds out the address, he says that this is her own house. Just then, Daniel hears the sound of glass breaking there, and when he turns around, the mirror has broken. There is a sound coming from the bathroom. When he goes to check, Kat is there, cleaning the blood. When Daniel tries to talk to her, she looks at him in a very strange way. On the other side, Gina heads toward the flat and asks for the second key to her apartment. With it, she goes inside the apartment, and there she sees that her look-alike has been badly beaten, which makes her very sad. Then she remembers that in the bathroom, due to the mirror breaking, her look-alike had entered the real world, following her on the train to reach her house. When the look-alike appears in front of Gina, she is very shocked to see her. It becomes clear that she was not Gina, but the look-alike. She had killed Gina and taken her place. Then she takes an X-ray to confirm this, from which she realizes that her body's organs are reversed. This confirms that she is a look-alike. She then throws the X-ray in the trash. After that, her brother Daniel comes there, who recognizes by looking at Gina's look-alike that this is not Gina. Gina's look-alike is smiling while staring at him. With the crazy story now at an end, it's pretty clear that the mysterious mirror breaking during dinner affected all the people who were there. As such, their look-alikes started taking their places one by one and killing them. But this was not the first time, because at the very start of the movie, we got to see that patient whose organs were reversed. And this can only mean that the patient was the origin of the curse for Gina and her friends. That's it for today's recap, everyone. But before you go, let me ask, if you were the one to encounter a person who looks exactly like you, who is out for your life, what's the first thing you'd do? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.